Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm talking to you. What's up? We're back in a Better Humanhood podcast. I'm going to go over here and hit record on the audio, and then I will come back and actually be looking at you. How do you like them apples? All right, here we go. Hey, all right. We're here. We're breathing. It's a wonderful day. Alice Cooper, you're familiar with Alice Cooper, yeah? Rock star, been around since the 70s. Plays a lot of golf now, but still performs on occasion, I guess. He's had the same manager for the better part of 45 years now. Here's the thing. He and his manager never had a contract. How do you like them apples? Alice Cooper's manager's name is Shep Gordon. Shep Gordon became a manager right after he got punched by Janis Joplin. Yeah, you heard that right. So Shep Gordon walked into an area at a hotel and saw what he thought was a young white woman struggling with a young black male. And so he went over to break it up. And it turned out that that was Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin having sex. And Janis gave him a little slug. So the next morning, they see him at the pool. And Janis Joplin says, "Hey, are you the guy I punched last night? I'm really sorry about that." And Jimi Hendrix comes over and says, "Hey, are you Jewish? You should be a manager." Well, so goes Shep Gordon's life. He has managed a whole bunch of people, never with contracts. He never liked them. He said, "Yeah, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, just walk away. Like, we don't have to get all messy." And he's got a long list of people who trust him. They did a documentary on his life. He's still alive. He's living in Hawaii. He could probably get a whole lot more for his home than he paid for it, but he really enjoys living there. And anytime his friends come through, whether he's home or not, he stay at Shep's place. They called this documentary Super Mensch. We'll talk about today. We're just going to do a short podcast today, but we're going to talk about what it means to be a Mensch. It's a Yiddish word, means a decent human, and the Yiddish word Menschlichkeit is the word that means having the qualities of being a decent human being. Our neighbor Brian passed away last week at the age of 48. He was a mensch. He had a job he liked, Colorado. He's a chef. And he came home to Savannah. Mom was some heart problems and a bad hip. And stepdad, I hesitate to say stepdad. I'm unclear. I think he was adopted during a previous marriage. I'm unclear, and it doesn't matter, right? Anyway, stepdad has MS. Mom's got a bad hip and some nudging heart problems. So he comes home and he's having a really hard time for a little while. Just new city, left a job he likes, left a city he liked. It's got to be difficult, coming to take care of your parents and all that. But especially with the other circumstances surrounding the life. But he did it, and he came home, and he'd been here. We've been in this location for about 15 months now, 16 months. He came not long after we did, maybe 3 or 4 months later. So he'd been here about a year. And last week there was a night when I was walking the dog at 1:30 in the morning, and a car came down the street. Usually when that happens, I try to get out of there because I don't know what's going on. But a car drove down the street way too fast. We're on a dead end, um, and then turned around and was pointed right at us. And I thought we were going to have a problem, and instead, really, it was somebody who got out of the car and delivered food to the home at 1:30 in the morning, which I thought was unusual, but not too weird because, again, Brian is often up at that hour. And then the next day we saw a lot of cars there. So we discovered that that's when that had happened. So I want to take a minute to, think about not just Brian the human being, but why we knew him, why he was in our lives, why he was in his parents' lives. And it's because he was being a Mensch. He gave up what he had to just come help out. He didn't have to uproot a whole family. He just came, and he's got a daughter here in college who is very close with her grandparents, still is very close with her grandparents. And just to be a decent human being. And that's the lesson today, is just be a Mensch, be a decent human being, be someone who, when other people think of you, they're like, yeah, you know what? That person, I trust that person. If we came to an agreement, I wouldn't need a contract. If it didn't work out, one of us could just walk away, no hard feelings. And that's it. That's the whole thing. If you get some value out of this, rate, review, share the show. Join the Better Humanhood Facebook group. For now, you're still going to come by joshshear.com if you want to get the video of this and all that stuff, and subscribe to the YouTube channel and all that. And go ahead, and if you haven't checked out the Josh and Kelvin World Domination podcast, it's listed on iTunes as JKWD, jkwdpodcast.com. Go on over there. We've had some great guests the past month, and we have so much more coming up. Hope to see you over there. Hope to hear from you. You be well, and we will see you next time.